Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We are in episode 2 of Planning Your Off Season, and I left off last time describing when you might want to hang it up and just move into the off season, as Adam said, because you're just not responding. But you're going to do that hopefully by increasing your food intake incrementally. So what has become known as reverse dieting, or in the case of possibly before a contest, metabolic building, you will start to see that your metabolism might start responding. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, I was thinking I was done. Now I'm adding food and I'm actually looking better. This happened to a client of mine, Adam, where we had a really tough time getting ready for NPC Nationals and just was not responding to anything. Decided, okay, we're done. Let's start increasing calories, and sure enough, now she starts losing, and we add a little more food, and she starts losing, add a little more. So we really are seeing a boost in her metabolic capacity, and so she decided let's go for one more contest this season. So whether you're doing that or just planning the reverse into the off season, how quickly do you generally do this with your clients? What's your strategy, Adam?
Yeah, it depends on that person's mental state. If they're really struggling, maybe sticking to their diet, I might chase maintenance calories a little faster. Also, depending on how lean they are. If they're not lean enough, I'm going to chase that intake up slower so they can actually reap the benefits of losing weight during that reverse. So it almost tightens them up a bit, puts them in a better spot to even be leaner the next time they compete. Also too, it just really depends, like, do they have anything planned show-wise? If I'm reversing them and they have another show planned, I'm going to be a little more cautious with food intake to keep them tight versus if we don't have any show in the near future. So those are kind of the three big considerations there.
And I know, Adam, we've touched on this many, many times, but there still is this weird notion that reverse dieting or metabolic building means you are intentionally gaining weight. So I've had, bikini competitors, figure competitors say, oh, I've gained 30 or 40 pounds because I'm supposed to, quote unquote, reverse diet. And that means I'm supposed to gain all of this body fat, and somehow that's going to make my metabolism superhuman on kind of a permanent basis. So I know that's not true, but how do you describe that to clients on even what the approach is for in reverse dieting?
Yeah, just knowing that hopefully you compete again and you're going to have to lose everything that you gain in the off season. I've heard a lot of coaches say, like, don't worry about the scale when you're reversing, but I mean, that's your data and that's your data point, and you do want to keep an eye on the scale. It's just like you wouldn't drive your car without glancing down at the speedometer on occasion. So if you're going 75 and 65, that's not too bad, but you better be careful if you're going 100.
Yeah. So we will extend this topic to really talk about strategy and how to increase your calories and your macros over time. But just as a way of introducing the topic once again, in terms of why you would even do this, I have a client who's not even a competitor, Adam, and he has lost close to 50 pounds, and he's approaching his goal weight. And so I'm staging it to where we can say, okay, you've lost another 5 or 10 pounds. Let's take a break. Let's start increasing food very incrementally, get your metabolic capacity, your metabolic rate back up to its highest point, meaning you're still going to make progress. We're just going to slow it down, maybe approach maintenance, and then we'll tackle the next 5 or 10 pounds. So kind of a diet break. But again, the goal is not to gain body fat, quite the opposite. It's to maintain your body composition, possibly get to the point where you're going to plan to increase body fat at just a little bit over your metabolic set point, but it is not to gain body fat. That's exactly the opposite of why you would want to reverse diet. Is that true?
Yeah, in that scenario, I do think that that's true. And then you can turn it back on and you should be able to lose weight excellently once you start dropping that food intake again.
Yeah, we're going to end up 20, 25% higher in calories without gaining any body fat. now with a bit of a refreshed metabolic rate, we can attack more progress. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to hit the next episode talking exactly how to do that, where you would want to make increases in your macronutrient profile and how far maybe to go. So stay with us, and we will talk about that next time.